Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we have to fix these two power supplies. These are the same exact model. They are from HP and the model is D16-250P1A. Okay, so let's try if we can fix these two power supplies both at the same video. So we'll be as quick as possible. Okay, let's first take this one and leave this aside. Okay, let's open it. Okay, so we are in. The very first thing we need to do is to measure that fuse over there, and of course don't forget to measure the voltage at the big capacitor, this capacitor here. So we are now at voltage range. Let me turn on this multimeter. Okay, so the point or the legs of this big capacitor is these two. Let's measure the voltage here. We have 0 volts, so let's go to continuity mode. Okay, so we are at continuity mode, and let's test this fuse over here. The fuse is blown. The fuse is blown, so that means that we have a short circuit in the primary side. So let's check this bridge rectifier over there. Okay, the bridge rectifier is here, so let's go to diode mode. So the positive side of the bridge rectifier is this side, so here to there, 0.5, the DC side is shorted. Again, this side is good, so the problem might not be in the bridge rectifier itself, but rather inside or towards the circuit. So let's test these two. Here we have a diode and a transistor or a MOSFET on this heatsink over there. Okay, so the diode is shorted, and this transistor is shorted, so we have here a short. Let's test this big diode. It might be shorted as well, yeah, because of these might be or itself. So the first thing I will do is take the heatsink and the components along with it, the diode and the MOSFET or the transistor. I will use a low melt solder. This is from AliExpress, from Mechanic, and its temperature is 138 degrees. Okay, so let's use this as a low melt solder. Okay, so it's out. Let me clean out these holes. Okay, let's test again now if we still have a short at this diode here. We still have short, so it might be the only thing that's shorted. Yeah, this diode is reading 0.4 and this one reads 0.4 as well. So these two actually are not shorted, which is good. And I think is the diode what is shorted. Let me try and test these little diodes. This is not shorted and this one is not shorted. They are reading like a short because of a parallel resistor across them. This one is good. Good. Okay, so everything seems to be good actually, but this big diode, let's take it out. Okay, so the diode is out. It's stuck because they use a glue in the board. Let's measure this diode and see if it is shorted. So here we have no short at the projectifier, no short. So this is the shorted component on this. On this power supply, let me put this back. Okay, we need a new replacement diode. This diode marking is U3J. So this one is S5JC. I think this one will fit. Let me try and find what voltage and what amps is this diode. I think it's a 2 amp, maybe 600 volts, but let me check. Okay, so this one is actually 3 amps, not 2 amps. U3J, this is a 3 amps, 600 volts diode. This one is 5 amps, 600 volts. Let me check. I do have another one here. What's the marking of this one? Yeah, this one is U3J, so I will use this one. Okay, so the diode is installed. Let's check again if we still have a short. No short, no short, no short. Everything seems to be good. Now we need to try it. Of course, we need to change the fuse, which is this one here. Okay, the fuse is out. We need a fuse. This one is T6.3, and these are, yeah, exactly the same. Okay, let's try it now. I will use a series lamp to limit the current so it will not explode if anything went wrong. Okay, so we have the connector here. And here is the power cord. Let me go to voltage mode, and I will leave these wires, or I mean probes of the multimeter here. It does not go. Let me use this one. Let me try and turn it on. So the lamp flashes extremely bright, so there is a short. There is still a short. Let me try and measure. Do we have any voltage now at this? We need to go to DC. No volts, no nothing. Yeah, let me go to diode mode. It's not shorted. Not shorted. Nothing is shorted actually. The fuse is good. Live and neutral are not shorted. Let's test these two transistors on this little heatsink here. Those two. This one is shorted, and this one is shorted actually. Yeah, we have short. So let me take these transistors. Okay, so these two transistors are out. Let me try and test these two. So this one is shorted and this one is shorted. They both are shorted. This one is 65SL380D, both of them. I don't know if I have these, but I will look to see what type of MOSFET are these. Okay, so I have these which are 65R195 and this was 65SL380. So let's see what's the difference between them. Okay, so this is the 65SL380 and is a N-channel MOSFET, 650 volts, 10 amps. So is a 10 amps MOSFET, and this one is the one I have, 65R195, and also is a 650 volt N-channel MOSFET, and it's 20 amps, so it can handle 20 amps, so is a better option than this one. So let's use this and install two of them. Okay, let's put them back. Okay, let's test again. Do we have a short here? No short. Okay, so we are ready to test again. Okay, so let's go and turn on the power. Okay, this time the lamp did not light at all and we have no voltage there. Let's test at this connector. Here we have at the green wire we have 0 volts. At the purple wire 0 volt. Let's test. Here we have 330 volts, which is good. Why it isn't switching? Nothing at all. So it might be these two ICs need to be replaced. Maybe this one only, because these two, something I didn't check. Something I didn't check is the resistors that are connected to the gate of those two MOSFETs. Okay, so I think we will need to change this IC and we need to check the resistors. Let me turn on the microscope. Okay, so here is the transistor that we have replaced. Let me again check the voltage at this big capacitor. We have 1.6 volt, 1.7 volts, so it's safe to handle. So these are the two transistors that we have just replaced, this one and this one. So the gate of this one is this and is going through this R75R0, which is 70 ohms resistor. This one should be okay. We have 0 ohms. This one 75. This one 180k and is good. This one 75, 0 ohms, again 180k, reading 160, should be okay. And from there, let's follow this one, goes straight to this IC. So this was shorted, so the high voltage reached to this IC. Also this one, we have the gate here going through this resistor back to this IC, straight to this IC. So we need to change this IC. Okay, I will replace this IC and we will see if it will work. So the bin one is on this side and this IC is TEA19161. Okay, I have this one. I think it's on this box. TEA19161. Let's take one and we hope it will work this time. So let's install this one real quick. I will use a low melt solder a little bit because the IC is glued to the board. So I ripped 2 pads. We need to repair these pads. As you can see, I ripped 2 pads. The image is keep freezing. I don't know why, but as you can see, there is 2 pads from the right bottom. which was ripped, so I will need to reroute these pads. Okay, let's go back to the camera. So this one I will use the microscope so I can see. Okay, so I have installed this IC, and as you can see I repaired the two ripped pads, these two, this one and this one. Let's check if we have a short circuit between these two that we have repaired. This one and this one, no short circuit. This one going here and this one is going there. Okay, so everything seems to be good. Let's try it now. If it does work, I will apply a glue here to secure these wires so they will not get ripped at any point. Okay, again let's connect our multimeter to see if the power supply will work. Let me bring the auxiliary camera. Okay, as you can see, it's turned off. Let me connect the power cord and let's try and see if it will work this time. So we still have no voltage, no output. Let's check the voltage at this connector here. Nothing. Yeah. Okay, so I finally managed to fix this power supply. It turned out that the IC that I have replaced before, this main switching IC, was also faulty. So I replaced it, and also this main capacitor is not reading anything at all. So there was fluctuation in the voltage when I was measuring here, and it wasn't switching at all. So now, as you can see, we have 12 volt here at this lead from the power supply, and if I short the green and black wires here, let me do it. As you can hear, it is working, the fan is spinning. Okay, so finally it's fixed and is the same. Let me show you the IC that I have fixed before. So here is the IC, still using that two short wires there to fix the ribbed pads. And yeah, we finally fixed this power supply. There is one more to go, but I will not include it in this video because this video is already too long. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to share, subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much, and see you in another video. Thank you so much.